Hello and welcome back. We're going to do a tarot spread here for the Scorpio, I believe. I think we're going for the Scorpio today for the month of October-November 2022. And we're going to start with the Oracle cards, the AKA spiritual cards. Get into the psyche of the collective Scorpio. Wow. Okay, so we have abundance. We have Minamaji. We have dreams. We have warrior. We have offering. We have the sword. We have time. Well, we have depth. We have patience, release, and money. I will set aside. I would say that I'm speaking to a Scorpio. So 1 second, let's quickly get some water. I'd say I'm speaking to a Scorpio that's on their path, and basically meeting their dreams. They're meeting their dreams in there, and the man of Marjorie is that box, which I think the dream doesn't allow for. That's what I think here. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm saying that, but I am. And then there's the abundance. So I think to get from one side to the other side, there's a little bit of clumping into a box to do it, and I think I'm going to stick with that. The next row down, the column, should I say, down, would be the swords, which represents, even in tarot, it's like it's clarity. It's seeing things for what it is. Look out for that. It's quite important, guys. It's very important because they're being offering. They're being offering, and the offering, in my sense, will be deserving in the true warrior in you. For going at your dream, your end result is time. I don't think you've got a lot of time, but yeah, I don't think you've got a lot of time here. But I think pursuing your dream at the beginning, I hope you're not looking back at the end thinking need more time, because here we've got patience and in depth. If you are on your path, Scorpio, you need to take these things into consideration. It's at the pace that you're going, the depth that you're going. Have you got the time to get there and do all these things? That's what I think this is telling me spiritually, because these two cards here are set aside. It's release and money. So there's some money coming to you. There's some money. There's some nice money. Or it don't have to, actually it says money, but it doesn't have to be money. It can be a number of different things that represents money in a different form. So I think that definitely, if you look at it one side, or on the other side, the flip side, is releasing the inner you, the inner self, releasing the parts that need to be released, bearing in mind this is October, which I really consider to be the witchest time of the year. To be fair, I'll actually do protections and spiritual baths around about this time. Spiritual baths are very simple, and now the release cards here. I think I should kind of cover it really. The spiritual bath is basically a bath with minerals, basically salts. I put in mine salts, a little bit of spiritual water, you could say. Some essential oils if you've got them. Good protective essential oils will probably be, I think, will be myrrh and frankincense. Really, they're quite good. Frankincense good for your skin as well. And that's what I'll do. Into salt bath with some pink salt if you can get it. Natural salt, sea salt will be the best really. But all of the natural salts, I know they come in different forms, are all in terms of water. What it does it means represents emotions. So it pulls away with the emotions around your body or your body auras and your levels. And obviously this as well is quite useful as well, saying that you can shower yourself with sound. It's the same kind of thing to kind of cleanse the self away from anything that people may want to put on you. This is a big time for that. And obviously to protect yourself is to have a bag. I sometimes like to call it my protection bag, and it's just small little things. Obviously there's small miniature things that are there to protect you. You know, some are crystals, for instance. Now some of these here are crystals with made from, what's this made from again? This is made from carnelian, and it's got different engravements of archangels and stuff like that. I believe in them, to be fair. I hope you do as well. But yeah, and to the other, you know, crystals I have lying around, I don't know if that's necessarily real though, to be fair. But some of these, like for instance, these angel lights. No, angel light. I think that's what it's called. So yeah. But obviously that's for that's for communications. But obviously if you was to do protection, you'd probably use darker crystals like black tourmaline, and probably jet carved into like a sword or something, a little miniature little sword, which will be a protection sword, or for giving you insight or clarity. But these sort of things I can talk about in another video rather than go through it right now. But yeah, you do need to release, and it's quite important. I might actually do that video quite soon, to be fair. You do need to release. And as I said, if you look at it in a different way, going back to the read of the oracles and the spiritual cards for me, some money will be released to you. I think you've got to do some work for it, but it's coming. Yeah, it's coming. Definitely have a bit of patience. I think you need to balance that, because going down, if I go down dream to you know, seeing what it is and knowing what it is, to being patient would be a bit hard, because you can see like where you need to be, but it's going to take you a while. If you look at the back here of the tortoise, it's way down already. It's a slow animal, you know. Yeah, that's why it's funny that the times here. So I think your abundance would be to be the warrior to tackle that time, because the center of the read basically is his offerings, which is also presented here in his side cards. But there's something you've got to release. There's some dead weight or some dead wood or something that could be slowing you down. But you definitely are in your dreams. If this is the Scorpio I'm talking to, you're on your dreams. Or it could mean your dream is your life's dream, which I think you'll come to that point when you're gonna actually live your life dream. I'm gonna cut the cards. Blessings. See that? Lovely. I may come back to the cards as it goes. I'll leave these ones out because they're already out. But I'll come back to these. Let's do some tarot. Hate this card. Okay, the seven of swords. Scorpio come to the read. The death card. And some chaos. Okay, wow. We've got the magician. I'll start to smile here because Scorpio. I can already see something here, you know, I can see, I shouldn't do this, but I can see Scorpios coming there and changed up a whole lot. Oh, that's what we're going on after this. But I'm looking at it in reverse still. Okay, take that, and I'm going to take that one as well. And that one go back in, so I'll take that. Oh my god. These just naturally come out of the pack. Should I put them back in? Right, I'm keeping that. And that, unfortunately, guys, is the crown of the reed, which is a tower. Okay, I'm gonna use this other set, right? And sometimes I channel with these set. So I'm just gonna go through this quickly and just see what happens. In regards to the crown of the reed, why a Scorpio around their birthday gonna have a tower? The worst thing ever. One card wants to drop out. It's a Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords would be your Libra, and I think a Gemini. Or could be you're cutting something energy and you've caused a tower. Let's see, there's way too many cards there, but I'll take them to the side because I see the Emperor there. And I'll take these two, which was in the other hat, which is in the other pile. I know it seems crazy, but there was 3 piles. So we've got the sword again, which was also in the spiritual cards, which I like to call we've got the Ace of Swords, and we've also got the 2 of no, that's not the 2 of anything. That's the Moon. That's the Moon card. And like I said, those are witches. Now, if you are on your path, right, there's energies. There's people that are going to kind of trip you up, right? And I'm just wondering if they might succeed something along the way here. Or do you, is I'm looking in reverse now, because it would be, because we're at the beginning of the month of October, roughly, the beginning days. And there's a lot of sword there. There's a lot of sword there around that tower. That tower is caused by unknown, which will come known, and you sort it out. Basically, that's what I see there from that tower. And that's why the towers come. It's probably inevitable, really, to be fair. It just so happens to be around your birthday. That's what I see. That's what I see. The devil's popping in. And here's the king of swords. Okay. So you're definitely going to have some insight this this birthday season. For sure, you're going to see what's what. For sure, it's going to be in your face, and you're going to know exactly what to do. That Queen of Swords energy does not play with anything that isn't. Nah, she does not play. And already the Queen of Swords will be working under, which is already she works in this area. The Queen of Swords will be working with clarity. You know what I'm saying? So something which which is in the dark, because the moon card represents something hidden, is going to come to light. And in that right, basically, you have a tower. Yeah. And it makes more sense because the first card of your reads, you have the Five of Wands, which is a clash, as you can see here. There's 5 wands. There's 5 people there fighting, and obviously, that's a beat down, isn't it? So yeah, there's a little scuff going on. But you're in your energy because this is your month, Scorpio. So the death. So I fancy where you where you left, you've caused a little bit of a stir, maybe. I think what you've done is you've gone in there as usual, Scorpios do, and their energy, I believe, changes people and makes people see things maybe for what it is, with all this clarity around the place. And I think you probably caused the tower your last place you left as well. I'd actually moved that across to the other pile there. Unfortunately, Scorpio, you're looking back, thinking you've done something. So I'm wondering, did you do something, Scorpio? Because that's a sneaky energy. Now, sometimes that might represent, the universe working in on itself, basically, and they got what they deserved, or it's got reserved, or I'm not sure what it will be in your terms, or your life, your sort of journey. But what I can say is that you are looking back at the chaos here, and we all know what Scorpio. We all know Scorpio. Well, I know Scorpio, should I say? We've got Justice. Now, Justice is a Libra, I believe. And justice represents the balance of right and wrong, really, to be honest. It says it there quite clearly what it is, basically. But that could be a meet with a court, really. It could do. Could do. And that could be what the tower might be as well. Might be some court action coming in that can change up things for you. I'm actually getting worried now because I'm thinking, well, jeez. But it could be that. It could be that. Because it's right above the chaos here. Which is strange, right? When you look down, because I'm reading across right now, but when you read down, look what's underneath the justice. Another pillar, another balancer of this is a spiritual person. This is a tarot reader. This is also a Pisces. They both got pillars and they both represent this represents law and order, and this represents law and order more or less in a spiritual sense. That's why I wonder if they deserved what they, while you're looking back, was this a spiritual, well, not so much religious, a spiritual laws being played out here. If you look at it in reverse, which you're perfectly able to do, there's nothing wrong with that. Looking back here, was it caused by the spirits? Do you know what I'm saying? If you're looking this way, up, you know. Anyway, moving across, the sun, which is a Leo, is the center of your reed. So the center of your reed is the sun, as you know, is bright. That's that energy where, you know what I mean, that this is the best energy in the whole entire pack of tarot. So, I like to think it could be another form of the chariot, which is for me the divine movement. But this is just divine for me because I believe in the divine. Also represents a Leo, which sometimes can come across some Leos. So I don't upset any Leos. Some Leos can come across a little bit in your face because they're so on their game basically that they can be perceived as being arrogant, but they are quite good at what they do. So yeah, Scorpio. Next we have the Magician, which is a Gemini. As you know, that's a manifestor there. That's the manifestor card. So, like I said, you're manifesting, and if you're doing it right in this month of October, hope you're manifesting some good stuff, and manifesting and keeping up with the negativities of the which do exist, energy ones and stuff like that. Believe it or not, they actually do exist. Whether you want to believe it, it's out there or not, that's what's going on. And then we've got the other balancer, the balancer of the high priestess. For me, is your intuition is really heightened at this time, super heightened, because the high priestess represents intuition, and with the sun in the center, that's even more heightened because that's the center of your read. It could be, which you don't want anything negative from the justice, but that'll be heightened because the center of your center of your read is the sun. The same thing like any conflicts, that's going to be even heightened, as with your transformations. If you can keep going around, you kind of get an understanding here, don't you? The Fool. Now the Fool is, I'm sure I said this before. Is the beginning of the tarot. It's the first card, 0. And yeah, you're on a journey. You definitely are going to be on a journey because there's a lot of transformations here going on. There's a lot of transformations. There's a lot of seeing the truths. And there's, this all of this could amount to you having to basically move on a different course, which you'll be, rewarded for, I would say, passionately as a King of Wands energy towards the end of your read. It would say to me that you're definitely on that path and you're passionately on that path because the King of Wands is a very passionate and a can-do boss. Or lady boss. Because, it's energy. Have some water. Overall, Scorpio, you're going to go through a bit of a transition at this time. This will be a different birthday for you, which you probably will look back, hopefully, and think, I'm glad they all went that way. Because even if we go on the Wands you got a 5 right the way to a king. So you know all that work he done, you know, even if it was clashing, um, kind of paid off in a sense. To be fair, so yeah, happy birthday, Scorpio. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I was just about to leave there, but there's some cards left over from the other thing there. So we have a king of no. That looks like the emperor. That looks like the king of pentacles. That looks like the four the four of wands. That looks like the chariot. That looks to me in reverse. Again, this card has come up from a different card. But in reverse, the hangman. Was it like that or was it like that? I have to check. I think it was actually was like that. It's not reverse. And we've got the Three of Cups. All right, I think I'm gonna go back more because the same cards and same, and we're still with this tower because I think you probably want to know a bit more about the tower. Um, I think it starts with these two energies here. We've got the coin and we've got an emperor. Now, really and truly, the emperor would probably be like a businessman of some sort, and the king of coin could obviously he's a king, but I think obviously we're looking at two totally different energies. Like one might drive a Porsche, where the other might drive a you know a Mercedes or you know some slightly different you know cars. Say we're talking about cars here, or maybe not a Mercedes, maybe might drive an Audi. Then you know so they're slightly different, slightly different, but both have very nice cars. That's the point I'm trying to make. I think this is where the clashes started from, really, to be fair, because it's to do with foundations here. There's little foundations. This is the Four of Wands. So what I think going on the row, on the column and the row below is this happens at a party, this clash, because of a basically going into and looking at the situation from a different point of view, which was divinely done. The Chariot, well, it could be also a Cancer, but the divinely it was divinely done basically, which this like I'm thinking straight from what I said earlier, could have been a spiritual thing as well. You know, that's this conflict, which I think might be directly the cause of you having a tower this month. And it looks to me like this energy here, basically, when he's having a drink, caused this, which then started this whole thing. So that's why you're looking back here. Maybe you're looking back to think, shit, like if you wasn't the emperor, and you was the king, you might be thinking, whoa, shit. Excuse my language here. Wow, did I just do that? Like, vice versa. You know, if you're the emperor, what did I just have to do that? Do you know what I mean? It's slightly different, same kind of words, but from a different point of view, from a different perspective. Now that's your reading done, and I will close down the read with a little bit of Palo Santo to obviously cleanse out the 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 energies and the vibrations of reading, because I may do another reading after this as well. I feel like I'm on a bit of a run today. It's good, obviously, as well to do this in between, because as I said, you want to kind of read, and I kind of read with all of my senses, believe it or not. So thank you. Have a very happy birthday.